Literally probably goes, sits in her bed all night. Makes things more dumber. Well, yeah, probably she could go flipping get a life for once, maybe. Well, oh yeah, she can't find it because her ugly y'all can't do crap. See your subscribers. Well, y'all, I really love all of my subscribers, y'all. So, most of these subscribers that showed their subscriptions that are literally public as flip, here y'all are, and I'm here for y'all. All the ones who left their subscription, I'll open like my old channel, so which is not Naruto. I plays IDK34, so the fact that I kinda yeah, that one sucks. Anyways, but let's get back to this dumb creep.
Cute or dislike if I'm ugly.
I like that video. I'm saving it to the ugly. I'm gonna make a playlist after discussing everything, and then make another playlist putting most of her putting this video in the people I hate. This should be one of them.
Now let's get into the video. So first, let's start with Vanillian. As you've seen in my previous video, she is a horrible person.
Like I seen in your previous ugly past life like I seen in your past life probably being the alternate Bella the Wolf. Probably leaking phone numbers everywhere, yo ugly y'all can do. Probably, like yo broke all, probably pays a hacker to do that.
And I am not supporting this kind
of reason, but here I am back.
Linja passed away on New Year's Day. You probably knew her as the got some sad news. Linja passed away
I don't hear her
on
voice.
New Year's Day. You probably knew her as the
There it is, there's her voice.
fun-loving, cooking grandma. But I'll always remember her as the
My audio turned down. Oh my god.
woman who fought off her cancer diagnosis for as long as she could. Humbly and without ever complaining until it got the best of her.
This heartbreaking news. She was an amazing soul and she will always be remembered. It feels like I've lost another grandmother. Goodbye, Linja. You are one of the most positive voices on the internet. And while Linja will always be remembered for her quirky, uplifting content, Plasma Master Dawn cemented himself as a creep. He was a YouTuber with over 400,000 subscribers and, similar to Linja, was thought of as this innocent and wholesome old man who loved sharing his favorite song covers to the internet. Despite his low production quality videos, they managed to gain traction due to his chill attitude and genuine love for music. This is the only thing that has managed to make me smile today. My grandfather passed away hours ago, and this was recommended to me. This made me very happy and sad at the same time. However, as he got more popular, people began to research his background and found some truly disturbing evidence.
Sweetest elderly YouTube cover artist, Plasma Master Dawn, is actually a recently registered sex offender. And along with it were two attached images, one of the Plasma Master Dawn YouTube channel, and the other of a mugshot that looks eerily similar to this beloved man. The post was then followed up with multiple links leading to two separate sex offender registry sites, each showing a man named Denzel Edward Owens, a 73-year-old man from Ohio. The man happened to be arrested on August 19, 2019, for a crime labeled as sexual imposition, with his victim being described as juvenile male. So that alone means this Denzel touch a child without their consent.
People need to stop assuming elderly people are quote innocent. They've lived whole entire lives after all, and criminals get old just like everyone else. However, just a week after all this information was brought to light, Plasma Master Don passed away on December 21st, 2020. Although it's unclear exactly what caused the death of him, it would be sensible to assume that he simply passed from old age. Bro got exposed so hard he died. This left behind a bad legacy where he's remembered for his disturbing and inappropriate crimes against children. But the same can't be said for Apator, who is a Norwegian YouTuber that primarily posted videos of him jumping and skating in or on frozen lakes. But no one would have known that Apator's last video would be a dark prediction of his own death. It was titled, "I am not dead, I am 57 today," and followed the same premise of his other videos. He would normally film himself drinking alcohol before going out to enjoy his day in extremely cold conditions. And although most of these were nothing but ridiculous and funny videos, Apator's On Thin Ice series would be what changed it all. As the title suggests, he would skate on barely frozen lakes and always ended up diving into the freezing cold water. This was a recipe for disaster, as Apator was always intoxicated during his videos. And just a week after he uploaded his final video on November 26, 2021, his 25-year-long partner would make a heartbreaking Facebook post. "You went to a lake near Kongsberg and you were looking forward to ice skating. You were supposed to film yourself and use it in a video. You sent me a message when you arrived with pictures of yourself and the water. Good conditions, you wrote. But something went terribly wrong. You ended up in the ice water."
Airalo is the #1 way to stay connected to the internet wherever you travel. The Airalo app offers eSIMs, a digital...
And this time, you did not get up again, as you've done so many times before. In the end, you were picked up by divers and sent by air ambulance to Ulleville Hospital. They did everything they could to bring you back to life, but you had been underwater for too long. Johannes and I were with you when the doctors at the hospital turned off all the machines that had kept your body going. Thank you for everything you have been to Johannes and me. We have endless good memories, and we miss you so indescribably. He helped a lot of people be less afraid of the world and enjoy life. Rest in peace, you crazy diamond. Apator seemed like he was living his best life in his videos, but the same can't be said for Elliot Roger, also known as the Virgin Killer, whose videos are full of nothing but hatred.
No way. There's a channel. Yo, I never know that. Oh my God. Well,
I hate all of you. I will punish all of you for it.
Hello? 34.
At around the age of 13, Elliot began posting videos where he would complain about his loneliness, depression, and constant bullying at school.
I'm beautiful. You can't deny that. I'm civilized, intelligent, sophisticated. I have a sense of style. And yet you girls don't see it.
Over the years, Elliot would grow more and more lonely, and although he had a couple of online friends, even then, as time went on, they drifted away from Elliot because of how negative and radical he was.
It all has to come to this. I'm 22 years old, and I'm still a virgin. I've never even kissed a girl. You forced me to suffer all my life, and now I'll make you all suffer. I've waited a long time for this. I'll give you exactly what you deserve, all of you. All you girls who rejected me and looked down upon me, and all of you men for living a better life than me. All of you sexually active men, I hate you. I hate all of you. I can't wait to give you exactly what you deserve.
By the age of 19, Elliot considered himself to be completely alone. He'd moved to college and was increasingly more angry at the world and women in specific, as they, quote, denied him a life of love and sex.
You denied me a happy life. You deprived me of sex. And I will take great pleasure in denying you life. It's only fair. All because girl.
nah, bro, you giving me that Mortal Kombat Mortal Kombat Ermac, Death, Mortal Kombat XL/mobile Death
Girls
Ermac Lab.
haven't been attracted to me. Why not? I'm such a magnificent guy. I'm beautiful. You can't deny that. It's not fair. I deserve them more. I don't understand you girls.
All the hatred eventually reached a point where Elliot decided to get revenge by committing mass murder on the college students of Isla Vista. He started by unaliving his two roommates, David Wang and James Hong, by stabbing them several times. He then targeted the Alpha Phi sorority house, believing all the girls lived there. During the 8-minute rampage, he would injure 14 and unalive 6 people.
Hello? 34.
We have 3 girls, 3 women.
They got shot?
Yes.
Before totaling his car and taking the easy way out before the police could get to him. The cringe is real. Imagine thinking yourself a god and supreme gentleman, then being immortalized as the killer virgin. Life is not fair, says a guy sitting in a BMW in designer clothes drinking Starbucks. Elliot Rodger will always be remembered for his narcissistic and twisted mind, while Etika tried to make his viewers happy and still suffered a tragic ending. He was a streamer who built a cult-like audience called the Joy-Con Boys and was known for his energetic gameplays. However, over time,
Bro, don't tell me you gotta give me an ad.
In his research, Dr. Morrison identified a paradox.
Etika started to act differently, which was worsened when his audience would constantly troll him, making him react in ways that were out of character.
I'm done! I'm done! I'm done! From this point forward, if you think I'm about it for the money, then f*** you! F*** you! I'm doing this because I've been doing it!
As the months passed, his mental state started going downhill, with viewers getting even more concerned after Etika's posts on social media threatening to hurt himself. As a result, the police were called to check up on him, which resulted in him being put in a mental hospital.
Do not step foot into my apartment! You do not have permission!
Hello, sir.
What's going on?
Nothing, I'm fine.
People are worried about your safety. That's why I'm here. That's why I have a shield.
Why'd you block
Open your door so the EMS can look at you.
Why'd you block the peephole?
About your safety.
I'm fine.
Glad your hands are up, okay?
Okay. Okay, here. Look, okay.
Turn around, buddy.
Okay.
Ow. We made it! We made it! We made it!
And posted his final video on YouTube a few months later.
I'm sorry, yo. I'm sorry I betrayed your trust. I'm sorry I pushed you all away. I'm sorry I made a clown of myself. I'm sorry for leaving such a stained legacy. It was a fun life. I had a great time. It was great, but for it to be cut so short. You know, I wasn't suicidal before. I really wasn't. But one thing I didn't realize was that the walls were closing around me so fast. I really had no intention of killing myself, but I would always push it too far. I know this world's gonna forget me. I know y'all are all gonna move on. And everything's gonna be good, you know? There'll be technology and games and movies I'll never see. I'll never see Attack on Titan. There's a lot of things I won't see. A lot of people who I wanted to see grow up.
Sadly, on the 25th of June 2019, Etika's lifeless body would be found in New York's East River. Goddamn, seeing this knowing Etika is dead gives shivers down my spine. Rest easy, Chief. Tragic. I watched these events unfold in real time, leading up to his death. The few that told him to get help were drowned by the majority of those who egged him on. It's really sad, to be honest. Similarly to Etika, who reminded us of how important mental health really is, Rich Piana showed us how physical health is equally as valuable. He was a popular bodybuilding YouTuber who had over 2 million followers across all platforms because of his incredible physique. However, he stated that he'd been taking performance-enhancing drugs since he was just 18 years old.
So I've been taking steroids for over 25 years, alright? So, needless to say, you know, it does its damage, and I'm aware of that. I'm willing to take my chances, but I'm gonna do it as safe as possible.
And despite knowing the detrimental effects steroids had on his body, he continued using them, which was going fine until the 21st of September when this video surfaced showcasing Rich Piana's poor health.
Baby, this is not normal. I know. I've seen stuff like this before. I'm afraid.
Unfortunately, while getting a haircut later that year, Rich Piana unexpectedly collapsed before falling into a coma, dying 2 weeks later on August 27, 2017 at the age of 46. Miss this guy, he truly inspired me to hit the gym, still watch his videos today. Unfortunately, too much of a good thing isn't always the best. Rest in peace, man, it's a shame. He's a sad yet realistic example of the extremes the fitness industry pushes people to. He seemed like a really chill dude though. He is a true legend. While Rich Piana's content and mindset inspired the lives of millions, Angry Grandpa's videos were just great at making people laugh. He was a huge creator who gained 4 million subscribers for his over-the-top outbursts.
Yeah! And then you motherfuckers! Grab them up! Throw me the goddamn fucking garbage can!
Like their feet on.
Yeah! Use this to wipe your fucking ass, Bridget!
And as he and his son started posting more videos, they would go viral and millions of people would tune in to see Angry Grandpa's comical reactions.
Dad! Give me some! Give me something! I don't know where nothing is! You got this! Ah! Ah! Goddamn! Damn, Michael, what did you do? Why didn't you wait that 30 minutes like I told you? Damn you!
Who agrees the old ones are the funniest? Who else watches Angry Grandpa movies till they fall asleep? However, as time went on, in 2017, they would become more vulnerable with their audience and voice their concerns about Grandpa's health as he suffered from liver cirrhosis, pneumonia, and skin cancer.
Tell me what? I got cancer.
These Our Place new titanium pots are here to take your cooking to the next level. I love how this is remarkably...
You know? Really? And you're not gonna tell your own son? No. Turn it off.
Months passed and Angry Grandpa's health deteriorated, with him losing significant weight and looking much weaker. And sadly on December 10th, 2017, it was announced that he passed away at the age of 67 due to his liver cirrhosis.
I've never wanted to make this video. Today, we lost Angry Grandpa.
The only time I wished I got clickbaited. Angry Grandpa was so much more than someone entertaining to watch on YouTube. AGP was a family, a father to all of us. When I was young, I was going through some really hard and depressing times. I would sit and watch his videos for hours and hours every single day to help me through those dark times. We love you, I hope you rest in peace. Angry Grandpa's legacy will always be remembered as the funny and loving grandpa of YouTube. But 2Mad's legacy was a little more complicated. 2Mad became popular for his edgy humor and comedy pranks, such as joining an online college class while shirtless, but was best known for this meme that blew up in 2019.
Good night, girl. I'll see you tomorrow.
It was clear that 2Mad was a YouTuber on the rise and had a loyal fan base. However, despite having such a successful online career, things would take a dark turn in February 2024 when he suddenly died at the age of just 23, alone in his room while playing Overwatch. According to several sources, the cause of his death was from overdosing on hard drugs like morphine. But what made his death even more tragic was that on multiple occasions, he voiced how he struggled with his mental health and how he had no one to help him through everything. But this is where things get messy. Just hours after 2Mad's death was announced publicly, he was accused of some serious allegations. A fellow YouTuber that goes by the name of James Ski posted a tweet accusing 2Mad of and murder. I can finally say it. 2Mad was a rapist and a pedophile. Over the past few years, he tried to murder me multiple times for helping the police and detectives in multiple states to investigate a lot of horrible things he's done. These were very serious claims, and many people were shocked to hear that 2Mad tried to murder James Ski. But that wasn't the full extent of it. James Ski would even go as far as to accuse 2Mad of attempting to murder other people. He wanted to take out multiple innocent lives by getting behind a wheel and going head-on on a freeway while being high on illegal drugs. He didn't succeed once as he overdosed before killing anybody, so he tried it again. In response to James Ski, another content creator named Zestella said, 2Mad harassed me for months on my socials and spammed me with dozens of messages saying how obsessed he was and how much he needed to rape me. With these allegations, many people supported the two victims, even mocking and making memes of 2Mad's death. In the end, none of these accusations were ever confirmed, leaving the internet with a bittersweet feeling of his death. Honestly, dying alone to an overdose while playing Overwatch, days passed by and nobody bothered to check on you, no matter what kind of person you are, that is a very sad way to go.
Alright, I'm going back.
What happened to your PlayStation, you said, sir?
I was playing Rainbow Six Siege on PS5, and it like shuts off completely when I put like